Hey, welcome to Peaked. It feels good to be back. My amazing co-host, JP Noto. What's up?
What's good, brother?
We're back for another great episode. I got a great guest. His name is Adam. Nice round of applause.
That's me, dude. Hi. Thanks for having me, dude.
My pleasure, Doc. Very excited to. I'm glad you're here, man.
We're here. We're making it happen.
A long time coming for sure.
Long time coming. Yeah, very excited to have you here. We're going to get very blitzed, and JP's going to ask us some ridiculous questions, but...
Not that many questions.
I'm excited. I love trivia.
Yeah,
Is it
yeah.
like trivia questions? Or is it...
No, not at all.
I'm
no.
ready. I'm so competitive right now. I'm ready to play. I've just been in a competitive spirit lately.
Yeah, you've been murdering people at Domino's and Connect 4. It's been insane.
Everything. Just foot races. What you want to do? Let's go.
You're good at foot races?
You want to race?
Oh, my God. No.
You might not like that either.
Yeah. That's...
I don't know. I've just been like competitive recently. I don't know why. I just like to play and win.
Oh, okay. Yeah. My wife's sister's like that.
Yeah.
She's just like very competitive, has to win.
Everything.
Yeah, it's very, very fun. Family games are always very interesting with them. I'm like, oh, shit, you're taking this seriously.
Yeah, what? Why else are we playing? I want to win. Why else do you play? Yeah, I'm having fun, but I want to win. I don't like losing.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, it's good to have you.
Ladders.
Let's go. Monopoly.
Sorry, Doug?
Sorry, let's go. Life.
I have been into board games. It's so funny, like when you're playing board games when you're younger, and now you look at how different. There's so many
There
fucking
are so
board
many
games.
better board games now.
Yeah.
It's so goddamn
Yeah.
good.
You were telling me about one that you played for like 6 hours.
There's a couple. We played one that was like a vampire hunter one that like one person's Dracula and everyone else is vampire hunters. It's like 1v4, and like it's the map or the board is a map of Europe. And so every turn, Dracula moves a space on the thing, and he leaves like a card turned upside down of the city he's in. And if you land in a city and search for him and find him, you'll get to see how far along his track he was at that city. So you'll know, oh, 3 moves ago he was in Venice, so he's probably 3 spaces away from Venice right now. Which cities is he in? You have to try to hunt him down.
Strategy.
It's sick. There's also one Sheriff of Nottingham, which is like basically you bribe your homies. Like you're basically all like shop owners, and every round one person's the sheriff, and you hand them your envelope and go, I have 3 pieces of cheese in here, and like you can try to hide contraband in and shit like that, and then like he can decide if he wants to open your pouch or not, and you can also like bribe them and shit. So you could be like, I have 3 pieces of cheese and 2 pieces of cake in here, like, you know, and there's like 4 crossbows and shit like that, and each thing's worth its own like points. So it's you just trying to like play over your friends.
That's interesting.
But all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, it's been 4 hours.
Yeah. When I would play Monopoly with my cousins, my other cousin would do dice games on the side.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
For money? Like,
yeah,
you guys
yeah,
want to
yeah,
play
yeah.
for money?
For Monopoly money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dice game for
I ain't
property.
making enough.
Yeah, and it was so funny because I remember I went to like other friend's house and I was like, "You guys don't play dice on the side?" And they're like, "No," and I was like, "Oh shit."
I'm trying to bet the bank.
Yeah.
Yeah, but today too, it's not even like board games. Now there's a whole bunch of like card games that you play, and like everyone's creating these games, and now they're incorporating the stoner community, and you got like these stoner board games and card games.
Yeah, I actually played a game last night at the Layme Theater. It was called Weeding Out the Stoned, and it was one person was stoned, and the other 19 comics were not. And so everyone gets stoned outside, one person doesn't, and then they all ask us questions, and they eliminate like 2 people per round until it's whoever's last left. And they had a card game where it was like you had to explain like what an assassin is in 30 seconds, and like other one was like you had to repeat the alphabet backwards. The other one was like
I can't even say the alphabet backwards sober.
100%. Yeah, and it was like just a bunch of like really like another one was whoever they gave you a balloon and you had to blow it up, and it was one of those things like you couldn't blow it up too fast because that shows you had lung capacity. So it was like wild shit like that.
That's just profiling now, dude.
Yeah, 100%.
You can't judge it.
They're like, Frank, you're high.
Yeah. Oh well, I was wearing tie dye, so they're like that guy's
Yeah,
definitely
it's the fucking stoner.
Were you the stoner?
No, I was. Yeah, all of us were stoned. The only sober person was Joel Kim Booster, who's really, really funny. And it was so funny because at the end he came out and he was like, "Yeah, guys, I'm just like this normally," and everyone died laughing.
The rig would have been to have you be the sober one.
Yeah.
That would
No.
have been easy, yeah.
But everyone else was as stoned as like there was other people that were stoners too. So I was like, "Oh, okay." Yeah. Go ahead and fire off. We'll fire off the first ones.
Sick.
Are we smoking?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
I don't know your precautions here, but I always
no, go
carry my
ahead.
alcohol with me,
Absolutely.
baby.
Absolutely.
Put a little spray bottle.
Yeah, dog.
I got you cranked up to the
Thank you
hot.
so much.
How does this work?
Make sure it's
Double tap.
open.
This button in the
Yeah,
front?
there you go.
Is it ready?
It'll
It'll buzz
vibrate
in just a
a
second.
moment.
How hot is it?
That one?
The green is lower temp, so I think it's I don't have anything really over 50, and that's like my hottest setting.
What's in here?
That one's gonna be the first round. We have some ABX sour berry. It's a sour diesel, headband, and blackberry crossed with blackberry. So it's gonna be a lot of that like blackberry kush notes you'll get, and then it's gonna be straight just diesel on that kind of gassy, greasy diesel notes on the end as you exhale. But it's really that sweet blueberry up front that's like super nice, or blackberry. Sorry. I used to love blackberry kush back in the day, so it's like right now I taste that I was like, oh shit, close to my heart.
It tasted like. It tastes kind of like grape juice, like a grape juice, like a winey grape juice, like wine without alcohol.
Hell yeah.
It's like grape juice, right? Is wine without alcohol technically grape juice?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Right?
We're already so stoned. Like, yeah, where's wine come from? Grapes, Frank. It's like, oh yeah, so I guess it is just grape juice.
But like, is
So,
grape juice like? But it's a different process of creating. Like,
yeah, wine's
wine you step
fermented,
on
yeah.
and like you crush it. I don't think they do that with grapes. You don't step on grapes to make grape juice, right? It's,
You probably just like
I think they still
Juice
do, and then they ferment it afterwards. But
they
also,
step on grapes. No, you're talking about for wine.
no, I'm saying you could, I guess. I don't think that is
Grape
the,
juice, you use juice to grapes, right?
Yeah.
You don't
add like sugar and shit. Probably
You don't get like
Yeah,
foot
yeah.
fungus on it. Get all the like GMO terms.
Yeah,
on it.
the
I always thought that
curbside.
was so weird. That when I mean, I'm sure it's a whole cultural thing. There's a reason behind
Well,
it.
bro, hand hash.
What's what?
So like Moroccan hash, like a lot of times they just really
Let
run
me-
through the fields, and you would like have so much fucking hash or so much say trichomes on your.
Yeah, here's some right here.
Oh, thank
You get so many trichomes on your hands and stuff. You could literally rub your hands together and like peel hash off your fingers.
Yeah, it's like scissor hash
Yeah.
too.
Oh,
like when you
same
trim
thing.
it.
Yeah,
But you just literally be able to run through. They'd run through fields and just like your hands out. And just fucking,
You never heard of the stories where they would take virgins and make them run through the fields of their crops, and then they would scrape their bodies of all the THC, and they'd get this virgin hash?
what? What?
That's
Yeah.
the first time I've heard that shit. And then,
Where was this?
Oh, in like the fields of
like Morocco or something.
like Morocco, like in
You know, in heaven.
and like where they grow wild on the, in
know,
the
the fields of
mountainside,
barley.
the African fields and
what
the
Steve was talking
in the Middle Eastern fields. They would just
Yeah.
send virgins running in the marijuana fields, and they would just scrape the crystals off their body and create virgin body hash. And it was like
wild.
Listen, if that was the 40 virgins they were talking about, yeah, I'd do all that shit.
That shit is
yeah,
Leave it in the comments. Is this true? Did you hear about the story? Let us know.
yeah.
This shit is $150 a gram.
Yeah.
It's got the girl's name and like her whole dimensions and everything. You're like, oh damn, this is some double D hash.
Which part of the body they got it from? Yeah.
I'm gonna
Are
fucking,
you kidding me? You
I
don't
love-
think I'd spend $500 from some titty rosin?
Oh, dude, some underboob hash.
Yeah.
Oh,
For
no,
sure.
man.
That under yeah.
This tastes like a Sarah. That's wild. Yeah,
Big terps.
that titty terp dog. All right, that sounds like a great T-shirt. Titty terps. Man.
Yeah, so it tasted grapey to me, like a little juicy sweet.
Yeah, there's some grape juice.
sweetness.
Yeah, I think it's that. There's that double blackberry in there. I think. I love that shit.
How do you guys taste the terps? Do you like just inhale it, or do you guys like actually like? I like to let it
I know-
like marinate on my taste buds, and then like I'll blow it out my nose, and then try to like do it back in and do a little circulation and aerate that shit.
Yeah, for me, I'll notice like a lot of it. Most tastes on the exhale. Like you'll get some sweet like kind of thing, but like my tongue feels like it's coated with terps. Like when I exhale, like just super slowly through the mouth. I feel like when I try to do it through my nose, I just fucking all the terps burn my nostrils, and I'm
Well,
just
it's
like,
different. Well, that's when I know it's not good. If it's
it's like-
burning, I'm like, oof, this ain't good.
This-
Because also, like the inhale, you get a different taste than the exhale on a lot of things as well.
a
Too.
lot of times the exhale is like the sweeter flavors. You know what I mean? I notice on the inhale you'll get a lot more like the like gassy notes and everything like that.
Yeah.
More planty.
Well, it's different, I think. Yeah.
I mean, you've been one of my favorite things is you've been in this industry for a long time, so you've probably seen some crazy shit, like especially when the things are moving towards legal. Like I used to go to the festivals and it was like fun because you do like a nice dab or something, but I'm sure you've seen stuff where you're like, oh, that is not good. And like, have you ever seen anyone like pass out or someone get like sick or anything?
Yeah.
Oh
all
my
the time.
God.
Yeah, of course. I had an episode too. I was the judge for the Cannabis Cup in LA back in like 2014, and there were like 60 entries. And this is like before anyone knew the process of curing cannabis. And it was like full of BHO, it was underpurge, there was black dabs, there was green dabs, there was shit full of plants. And it was like my first time being like a judge. I was like, oh, I'm gonna be a fair judge. I'm gonna smoke everything. And I learned a great lesson because let me tell you, some of it tasted like, you know, fish water. Some of it tasted horrible. There was probably like 3 that were decent, but it fucked me up mentally because I think I oversaturated my endocannabinoid receptors where I got like paranoid and anxiety and I felt disengaged from everyone. So like it's happened to me. So I know it's happened to a lot of people. I was that asshole that used to give people red hot gram globs back before anyone knew what it was and
What the fuck you
put them
looking
out.
at?
Yeah. I was that asshole. So I just think, you know, the more knowledge and the more accepted this culture and this community is, the more we'll be able to consume it correctly.
Yeah.
Because we were all gluttonous back then. I was doing red hot dabs. I was doing gram globs fucking like nothing back then. And now I feel it.
Yeah, that's wild, bro. I still couldn't even think I could do a full gram. I've always done them, and like I do like way too low temp, so like it's
Puddle
definitely
boy.
easier.
You're a puddle
bro.
boy.
Yeah, Brian.
Puddle boy.
in
the terps.
trying to make it.
I'm a puddle boy just trying to make it.
Trying to taste it. I'm a puddle boy. Trying to taste
I'm a
it.
puddle boy just trying to taste it, dog.
We saved them terps.
J Puddle.
But yeah, I've seen a lot change in the industry. I mean, dabbing's become so crazy in the last decade. So, I mean, even with the portable dabbing devices, now you can just dab anywhere. So,
makes it
it's
so
great,
easy.
dude.
It's funny you talk about like trying stuff where you're like, because I remember we were both doing lives for a place we previously used to work, and I'm not gonna say it out loud just because I don't want them to delete our Instagrams.
My shit's already get deleted all the time.
But I remember they were trying to get us to try, was it not Kratom?
Yeah, Kratom, Delta 8, all sorts of crap.
And I remember just kind of being like, and I remember looking at you and you're like, I'm not going to take it. And I was like, all right, man, I'm not going to take it. I definitely should not take it.
Yeah. Well, I have like integrity and I have, like, I don't
I feel like that's pretty lost.
I don't sell out to brand. I mean, if that was the case, I'd be working with every single distillate company, every single CBD company, every single Delta 8 company. I got a phone call the other day for a lot of money to do something for Delta 8, and I was like, no, that's not who I am. That's not what I do. It's not authentic. Like, I only promote shit that I would actually consume or things that I would put my name behind. And I feel like that's kind of what helped me in the space because I'm not like a sellout to whatever brand. If I fuck with you, if I enjoy your product, then I will work. And if I like you as a person too. Working with people, you got to have that relationship. I don't like working with people that I can't get along with.
No, absolutely.
Because I don't want to like go to sleep stressed out or wake up stressed out. I want to like be good. So
and I've only been like, I don't know, I've only seen this side of the industry for a little bit now, and it's very interesting because it's like some people have been like, you got to go all the weed stuff you have to go do, you know, because I was like, I'm not like that. I was like, I'm a comic that likes weed. I was like, I just feel weird going to those things and like trying to like, I hate stuff like that. Not that I don't like seeing my friends and stuff. I just hate those like networky like parties. I get enough of that with comedy.
Yeah.
So it's like seeing that in the weed space, and it was also just kind of like, you know, I like hanging out with him.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends. Also, like, I filter a lot of. There's events all day, every day, especially in LA. Like cannabis, like every dispensary,
like
every
breakfasts.
brand, everybody's doing like gift bags and tasting tests and come here for our little get together. And it's like after a while, you're like, bro, I don't like. I'm just gonna go be who I want to be with and go to the places I want to be at.
Yeah, I'll invite people to come to check out my shit. And if they come and it's like, I like that. I like people who come. Like I've had a few people. Like Josh from Royal Key, he was just a big fan of comedy, and I met him, and we really clicked. And he likes comedy, and it was just kind of like, oh, this is someone I can have come hang out and not be like crazy.
Yeah,
because that's the thing that's also almost bit me in the ass. I've had people show up and then just be like wild, and I'm like, oh shit,
yeah, and they're representing you.
Yes,
you're
like
100%. That's why I don't invite people anywhere.
Yeah,
unless it's like a public event. I'm like, pull up to this event, but to come as like a guest for me, like no,
very, very trustworthy.
Yeah. Especially like when I do my live shows, I need like to make sure my live studio audience is.
And by the way, the live show you had me do was one of the funnest live shows I've ever done. And I was like,
which one?
It was the one where it was just that, I think it was the
420.
Oh, the 420
stream last year.
Bro, dude, it was so much fun. And then just doing I remember you had me do the painting game.
The virtual reality.
That shit was, that was so much fucking fun.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It was, it was supposed to be a group thing, but the other partners kind of dropped the ball and put it all on me. I think you might have some experience with that shit. It was really lame. But what happened is I did this. I wanted this, like, we were all quarantined. We were all stuck. No one was doing anything. So I was like, everyone's online. Everyone's streaming. I was on Twitch. I'm on Twitch, twitch.tv/highest-host, shameless plug alert. And then, sorry, I had to do that.
You're killing it, bro.
So I did this 5-hour stream, basically. It was live produced. Shout out to Super Creative for helping me do it. But we hit every single time slot on the North American continent. We started with Nova Scotia in Canada. For those of you who don't know, Canada's a little bit more east than the United States, and they're still North America. So we started at noon 20, and I hit every hour, every 4:20, representing whatever country. And you were on, I think, the last one, right? Pacific Standard Time. And like by then, I was already lit, and we had virtual reality, and we were playing guessing games. Pictionary.
Crazy
Yeah.
how good the guesses were. Because I think I drew the Titanic.
You did.
And that was really.
And then I started playing flute while you were doing it. I started playing my heart will go on.
Yeah, and I think someone that was working on the show, when they were giving me the next suggestion, because I was like, I had like everything out, so I couldn't see anybody, and he was just like, all right, then, and right as he was like, hey, all right, I like freaked the fuck out because I was just like not expecting to be touched or to be talked to, so I was just like,
Yeah, you got scared. Yeah.
It was so fun.
No.
Yeah, if you did, I mean, your Twitch show is amazing, but that's one of those big shows where I was like, I remember watching it and being like, oh, you could absolutely do this monthly and like work at, like, this is like but you had a cooking segment too, which was really ridiculous.
Yeah, we had a lot of segments there. It was 5 hours, so there was a lot of production that went in it. But that's like something I am passionate about, is I want to step our content up to another level. When I say our, I'm talking about the cannabis community, the art culture, because I feel like I'm a part of, that's like who I am. And there's like a lot of content creators now. I hate using the term influencer. It kind of like irks me. There's a lot of content creators now, and it's just like a lot of regurgitated content. It's like, you know, I did a lot of shit. I've been doing this shit since MySpace. So like big hits, fucking smoking in random places, doing stupid little stunts. Like I do blunt rosin. I roll blunts and I squish them in a rosin press and dab them. I make blunt rosin. So it's just like, I do different weird shit. So just as far as the content goes for our shit, I just always want to like step it up a little bit and elevate it. So that's why I do budget. Like I put budget in my production. I did the long stream. I have like a game show coming out that's super produced.
I've always thought game shows was like the thing for weed. I've always imagined, I think we talked about it, I always imagined like a
I think I invited you guys. If I get season 2, I'm gonna have you guys on as contestants.
Okay.
But yeah, I filmed season 1. It's gonna be out soon. I did like a game show where we have different categories worth points, and the prizes like either like a bong and weed or edibles or whatever the fuck we have as a sponsors. But
I've always wanted to do The Price is Right, but for weed.
So that's so it's like The Price is Right meets Jeopardy.
I love it.
Vibe.
Yeah.
That's what we have categories like guess the flavor and how much is this or
I think shit like that would just be so much fun, especially if you made it like very like, you know.
Remind me after this. I'll show you the like episode. I got some on my phone.
Absolutely.
I'll let you know. I'll give you the exclusive.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's no, it's fun. Yeah, you're right. And someone explained it to me where it was like, content creating is the same thing with like kind of like comedy, where it's like everyone's funny, especially when it comes to comedy. Like there's like, especially when you get to like certain club levels, there's like everyone's funny, but it's what's unique and different about you that's gonna like separate you
what
from
makes
everybody.
you stand out.
So it's the same thing when it comes to like weed content creation. It's like what's unique and about you that's gonna separate everything.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. And I'm very fortunate because I'm a little older. So like there was this empty space.
Crazy because you look younger than both of us.
Well, I'm probably older than both of you.
There's
this keep smoking more weed. There was a space, in the cannabis community where there wasn't like a host or a personality. Like it was only famous. It was like Cheech and Chong or Woody Harrelson or Snoop Dogg. But there wasn't just like a regular person. And I've always been open about my consumption. I don't know if it was because I'm a Jewish white kid from the Valley and I don't know what the fuck it is, but I was always open. I knew there was something special about the plant at a young age. Like I started smoking at my bar mitzvah.
Yeah. This may sound like an ignorant question, but what is the relationship between weed and like the Jewish culture? Is it like, do people like, because like in Mexican culture, they're like, what? No, pinche marijuana. Like my aunts and uncles would yell at me kind of deal.
I mean, it depends who you talk to. I mean, there's some rabbis that are cool with it and other rabbis that are anti. I mean, it just depends on the person and their spirituality and how they see the plant. because it's only illegal because we made it illegal.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
government, we voted it to be legal. It's been legal for, it's a plant. It just grows on the fucking earth. It might have been from another galaxy or different planet, but now it's on Earth and we have it, and we're the ones that made it illegal. So
Yeah.
it depends on your faith and your religion. Some
Oh my
people are
god!
anti.
Wait, did you just allude to weed being like brought here from aliens?
I think cannabis isn't a plant from this planet.
I actually
Just like octopus, they're
I-
not from this planet.
Okay, yeah, I could see that. I could actually, you know what? Those are two things where I could be like, all right, those are new conspiracies I believe in.
Well, I have this whole alien conspiracy, like this whole octopus. They're not human. Their DNA is different. They have 8 brains, 9 hearts. They change colors. They can walk on land. They
They're
have
extremely
cognitive.
intelligent.
They can escape out of traps, and they can like tell the difference. They can like learn signs and colors. And like, did you hear the story about the octopus in Antarctica that killed a Russian diver in 2014? Like, I'm huge into conspiracies. Every Sunday I do 10 pills, dude.
You're like, I gotta.
So
fucking-
there was this. So these Russian divers. This was back in 2014. You could Google this if you want to fact check me or whatever, dude. But they drilled into this glacier because there was this lake underneath. It was like 8 miles, whatever, into the earth, and they went into this lake that hasn't been touched by anybody, dude. It was trapped in this glacier, and there were 2,500 unidentified species in there that they didn't know, and there was huge octopus in there, like sizes of I forgot the exact. I was high when I read it, and I'm high right now, but they were huge. I think I want to say like 2 tons or some shit like that, like big ass octopus. And they were violent when they saw the divers, so they started attacking the divers. One of the divers slit one of the tentacles off, and they escaped, right? And they took the tentacle with them to study whatever. And you know the tentacles can still move after because they have their own brains and hearts, every tentacle. So they said as they were sleeping on the boat, the tentacle came and murdered the motherfucking diver that cut the arm
What
off.
the
And only that
fuck?
one, only that diver. And that was it, bro.
Damn.
And these scientists swear by it. Russia won't release it, but the scientists were like, we were there, and they left Russia because Russia wouldn't claim their study. Anything,
What
dude.
the fuck?
So my whole thing is octopus. They came here. They're living in the ocean. We don't know shit about the ocean. There's so many species in the oceans that we don't know about.
We really don't know.
We
I mean,
don't.
yeah.
I feel like there's a big base. And do you guys watch The Simpsons? Are you familiar with The
course.
Simpsons? They've been pretty good with their predictions and knowing what's going on in the world. And they've done something 20 years ago that you're like, yo, Simpsons did this shit.
Yeah.
Who are the aliens in The Simpsons?
The octopus.
Oh yeah.
The green octopus, dude.
No, bro.
I feel like Matt Groening is just one in the elite, dude, just chilling back, just like, yep, this is what I know what's gonna happen next. Let's just
He's like, just give me 2 years head
Yeah.
start.
let me introduce it to the public, so then when it happens, it's not so crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Matt Groening's an octopus.
Yeah.
So someone also there was a conspiracy that mushrooms are actually aliens, and the way that they communicate with us is how when we ingest them.
I don't think they're aliens. I think they're another type of plant that have traveled here through like an asteroid meteor or like another ancient astronaut that has come to this planet for whatever reason and said, you know what, the civilization needs these ingredients, dude.
By the
These
way,
guys are so crazy, they need weed. These guys are so close-minded, they need mushrooms.
You don't think there's some alien version of our high asses out there who's just like, you know what's fun for a Saturday? To go fucking visit a small, like, non-fucking sentient race and just drop down some fucking space weed. You know?
Honestly, Elon Musk isn't from here, dude. I think Elon Musk got outcasted by his crew, and they sent him here as a punishment. And they're like, "Yeah, go there." And he was like,
I'm gonna be the king of the
He's like,
fucking
"I'm gonna do
idiots.
it." He started a currency to go to the moon because he needs to get out of here. He realized we don't have all the technology that we thought we did, so he's creating all this technology for us, introducing us. Now he's buying the biggest platform for all of us to communicate. That's huge with NFTs and crypto because everyone talks about their shit. If it's not Discord, it's fucking Twitter. So I feel like this fool is not from here, and he's just like been put here to help us advance our technology.
How mad would you be as an alien race to kick out the loser guy that you don't like, and then you're like strand
He's
him
a
on a
king.
planet, and then he comes back and he's like, "Look what I got, an army," and he's just like, "I'm the king of these guys."
Yeah, but we're armies, probably nothing compared to what they
Of
have.
course,
like you were saying,
absolutely.
they would probably just travel the galaxy. Like, let's go to this planet and see what's up. Like we drive to Vegas for 4 hours. They're like, we'll just go light speed to motherfucking. I saw the Jetsons, bro. That shit's real.
Oh, do you have the top?
What would your UFO sound like?
It's right here. Wop, 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 wop. Oh no, that sounds like a Pac-Man. Yeah, there we go. Something little. Something
Justin's
little.
room. I think that's it
That's
for
what
sure.
I got. That's
Yeah,
where
yeah.
I was at, dude.
That or they make that like that sound like in like Star Wars when the space explosions and there's like the absence of sound. You know what I mean? Or it's like, boom,
Yeah, or what's
like
the
some shit like that.
The
It's like the suction.
Yeah,
the guy screaming, "Ah!" And they use that in every movie. That is like a sound effect that has gone through every movie. Is like anytime a guy falls from something. I think it's called like Falling Guy.
just like
Yeah, I can't remember what it was.
it's a stock
It
clip.
was in Star Wars, and then they used it in Indiana Jones, and then now it's like just like almost like a movie like thing.
George Lucas.
If you don't use it, you're not cool.
Yeah, they're gonna they're gonna push a new guy down. Maybe.
We
You can get in the second one.
Oh yeah, that one's gonna be the pink lemonade from Punch. It's super tasty. It's gonna be like kind of almost like more of a sour lemon flavor off rip, and then as you exhale, it's gonna have like sweet pine from the lemon kush that's in there.
You got the.
It has a little bit of like, and then like it lingers. So like you'll exhale, and then like for the next 5 minutes, so you'll taste that like that lemon.
I'll try it.
But it's very sweet, almost like lemon candy. I think that's where they get the pink lemonade.
That big vibes. Oh, I see it smoking.
Boom, boom. Yeah, I'm a big fan. This is one of my favorite sativas right now because it's nice and uplifting without being like anxious or anything like that. It has a nice curve in there that keeps it from getting too antsy. And it's tasty. Like good lemon terps as opposed to like orange or like candy. You know what I mean?
It's smooth. It's like a smooth and sweet.
God, I love this job.
Some stellar terps.
You get the sound effects? Do you hear that? ASMR.
There's some dude who's like, I love this.
Favorite part.
We get comments online. They're like, can you hit it closer?
Garrett. ASMR.
Yes. So there's like when it comes to ASMR, there's like a legit small group of people who like it will cause them the most pleasure when it's like ASMR shit.
I'm sure. I mean, on Twitch, they're fucking whole channels. They
Dude.
have ASMR. They have microphones that look like ears.
Dude,
And-
they are the craziest.
Yeah, I remember my wife was like, "What are you watching?" And it was just a girl just deep throating an ear microphone.
Yeah.
She was like, "What is this?" I was like, "It's ASMR." She was like, "This seems sexual," and I was like, "It feels like it."
Yeah. Yeah,
There's
there's
they have 2 of them, bro, and those things are like I think they're like a couple $100 each.
thousands.
Jesus.
Yeah, a couple thousand
Yeah.
each.
And you see, it's like an ear, and they have like different mics, and they'll be like, and, like licking it and like playing with it, and then going to this. And you see guys just like, yeah, sub.
Oh, here's all my money.
More money. Show me your toes. But yeah, I mean, you know, I don't kink shame, but if you're making money off that shit, dude, handle.
Go for it, dude.
Absolutely.
I will.
I told my wife about that. I was like, people sell their socks. She was like, God damn it. She was like, I would sell my socks in a fucking heartbeat. And I was
Yeah.
like, that's hilarious. Yeah. Make
So
that money,
underwear,
girl.
especially if there's like extra liquids on the underwear, they pay more money for that shit.
I have a friend
Oof.
whose wife does shit like that. And she was just like, and he was like, I don't give a shit. He's like, he was like, that shit pays her fucking bills.
Yeah.
He was like, you know what awesome of an extra income that is? He was like, she'll text me and be like, can you bring a pie home? Someone paid for a video where they want to see me hit you in the face with the pie and step on shit. And then he was like, absolutely. Yeah. It's wild. You just drop off packages, got to mail out. Listen, man, anything to pay for that new HBO fucking app. HBO Max, it's expensive.
It's like $8.99 for
It's $8.99. Yeah, we got all of them. It's like $80.
Yo, there's a lot. There's a lot of like streaming apps now, dude.
Well,
Like
now every channel has their own.
every
Like, they're trying
channel,
to come
yeah.
back.
And you're like, what?
And now you're just like, well, might as well just go back to a TV provider.
Yeah.
I have that too.
100%, dude.
And I'm like, I'm about to get rid of this because this shit's the most expensive, and I only watch it for live police chases.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah, and you can just go to our gunfights on Reddit for that.
For police chases?
Yeah, but they end pretty bad.
No, I go live. I like watching live
Yeah, those
police
are great.
chases.
Yeah.
Especially in LA, they're like every day, and then I just
Oh, yeah.
stream
I
that
think I've
shit.
caught a few on your Twitch. Yeah,
Yeah.
where you're watching them.
Man,
And then we play games with it. Like, is he gonna run? Is he gonna crash? Is he gonna give up? What's we gonna do? And then I
There's
put prediction points.
nothing funner than watching a live police chase.
Yeah, it's great.
You ever watch The Second Anchorman?
Probably.
The Second Anchorman I thought was one of my favorite Anchormans because it was all about them like
There's 2 of them.
yeah, there's 2 of them. What did I say?
One
The
of my
second anchor.
favorite. It's either your favorite, not your favorite.
Hey guys, I'm high. Anchorman 2 is probably my favorite one because, the first one was so ridiculous, it was so hard for them to top. But the second one was so funny because it was about like live 24-hour TV. So their time slot, they're just trying to figure out how to keep people interested, and they basically, it's like they allude to them creating the modern news cycle, where it was like all the talking heads and all the graphics and stuff, like walking around, like going around and shit. And then they like, there's a live police chase, and then they basically just do that. It's like their version of what today's life police chase is. He was just like, ask questions, like allude to what the guy is. He's like, maybe he's black or Mexican, or it might be a woman. I don't know. And it's like the funniest shit, dude.
The fill-in conversation.
Oh my God, dude. It was, and then they smoke crack on TV. It's pretty hilarious.
That's fun. Yeah. I try to do the news commentary. I always wanted to be a news anchor. I feel like that's something that I've like just read a teleprompter all day and just no emotion and just say the news. Like what?
Man.
I love that
You
shit.
kill it, bro.
Weatherman.
For sure.
I've always wanted to do that.
Weatherman for sure. Adam Ill, the Weatherman.
I'd always make it cloudy.
Yeah.
But yeah, or like whatever, entertainment, news, whatever. I just wanted to be a fucking anchor man.
Yeah.
And like I know, like my girl's like, how do you know all their names? Like I'll know the news anchors on every channel and where. I don't know. It's just like a weird thing I'm into.
Hell
Fuck yeah, dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
was that the? So I'm stoned again.
I think it was the second one.
Was that the second
Yeah.
one? All right, perfect, sweet.
Yeah.
Frank's a mess today.
I'm fucking crazy.
I faced the blunt before we started too, dude.
Yeah, man. You fucking blunts, dog.
I'm a real smoker.
Also rolled it, faster than I think I've seen most people roll.
Oh,
a
no,
blunt.
no, yeah,
that was
he's-
fucking impressive.
Yeah.
Where? Oh,
Just now, you're standing
Yeah.
up and just
you're talking. It's regular. It's a lifestyle.
And I was like, oh shit.
takes me 7 minutes.
To roll in.
Yeah.
A wood?
Yeah, but I also put like an eighth in it, so I'm like fucking like
Yeah. Well, I don't know how much I put. I don't measure. I just.
I just dump a jar.
Yeah.
Usually, I have so many fucking retail jars. I just crack it. And
I do
dump
that.
it.
One jar, one blunt.
Yep.
That's what I usually do
One
on
jar,
stream.
one joint.
I'll
Yep.
show the nug like on stream, especially when I get new weed. I'll show the weed, explain the flavor. I'll zoom in on it. I'll put it in my Purple Pro. I'll test it to see what the percentage is, because you know what they tell you it is and what it really is usually never the same. Because no one wants to buy weed that's a low percentage, which doesn't make fucking sense.
Yeah, that's a big thing too.
Yeah,
Because there's some low percentages will still fucking wreck
But the-
you higher.
It's all the
than-
terps,
yeah,
baby.
It's all the terps.
yeah. I mean, it's all about the entourage effect
Yep.
too of everything together, and like just
Yeah,
the
if
higher
Jeremy
terps,
Piven's
like when-
there, or if any,
but also like some of these labs they ain't be putting the real percentage because
There's no way flower's 42% THC after like THC after THCA. I mean, THCA is like 52.
yeah, like total. Even when they say total cannabinoids, like 38%, I'm like, bro, there's no way it's 38%. Like, I understand what the market is and what people want to buy, and people think they just want percentage, but they're just fucking up the whole, because that's not even it. And now everyone just wants purple weed, and I hate that shit.
I remember I told Tony, I was like, I was like, percentage doesn't matter, right? And like, it was like I told him the sun wasn't real. He was like, what are you talking about? I don't think you know what you're talking about. I was like, no, I promise you. Percentage. He's like, no. He was like, trust me, it meant. And I was like, oh, bro. I was like, holy shit, this is like challenging the scripture for some people.
It's like alcohol. No one goes and buys like 100 fucking proof alcohol. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
You're gonna buy. I don't even think people look at what percentage in alcohol is when they drink it. They're just
No,
like,
it's mostly beers if you're looking at percentages.
I mean, even then, I don't think people are looking
water.
at percentage. They're just like buying beer because they like the way it tastes, or they
Yeah.
want to look cool with the fucking PBR in their hand, or whatever the fuck. White Claws now, whatever
It
the
really
fuck.
is about White Claws. It's fucking. Isn't it crazy how that fucking changed everybody's life? It's reminiscent to me of when Four Locos came on the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Mickey's Big Mouth.
Yeah, Mickey's. I mean, I was a little young for that, but yeah.
I'm older. I forgot.
I remember buying a Mickey's Big Mouth shirt, and people were like, "You are under 21." I was like, "Yeah, but everyone in my family was an alcoholic."
But yeah, it's not like, it's just what people think they like. Just like what people think they like is whatever their favorite rapper's rapping about or singers singing about or whatever the fuck it is. But they're all just uneducated and don't really know. And that's why we out here making people know, dude.
Oh, my bad.
That's why I
Sorry.
got people like JP here explaining flavor and taste and everything. Like, look, what do you want? You don't care about percentage, bro.
We're here to make the experience.
You want flavor.
And it's like one of those things too. I feel like that we're already always high all day long, bro. I want to taste it. I want to have a good time with it, And I'd rather sit there and like taste something over and over than fucking not enjoy it.
By the way, I do want to point out, I think this is the most you've ever talked on an episode.
What?
Someone's got to pick up the slack for it.
Whoa! He brought jokes too. I love you, JP.
Love you too, bro.
Oh man, I'm really glad you came. This is a good. Today was so fucking hectic, and it's so. And I gotta apologize to my wife too when I call her, because it's so funny too. Because it was like, you get so stressed about everything, and it leads up to this, and then you remember that like this podcast is literally just getting high and talking and having fun, and then you're just like, oh yeah, this is like this is the best part of my day.
Chillin', baby.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, bro.
When you turn your passion to a paycheck, there's nothing
Well, I mean, not yet, but what? No.
I mean, we turn our passion into some PUFFCOs.
No, absolutely. Yeah, no, for real. It does feel good when you start, like your show, when you start putting in. I mean, because we talked about it earlier, we were supposed to do this at another place, and then shit fell through, and they fucked us. And I remember there was a moment where it was like, yeah, it's gonna suck for a little bit, but I'd rather do it ourselves, and trust in JP and trust in just the people around, like Mike and Third Wheel. And I mean, it's
solid, bro.
Yeah.
I think I've had the most feedback than we've had like from any other episodes from the ones
Yeah.
we shot here.
And it's like, it is like, it's scary and it's tough doing it on your own, but in the end, it ultimately is the right thing.
Yeah,
and
sure.
especially as it's yours, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you have total control.
Exactly. It's so
No one else
important.
can say shit.
Yeah. Fuck 'em.
Fuck 'em, fuck 'em, fuck 'em.
Fuck 'em.
Times 3, dude. Like OG Mako said. Fuck 'em, fuck 'em, fuck 'em. But yeah, that's something too that I've learned a lot in this space too, because there's a lot of people that like to overpromise and underdeliver. And being good people, you do your part of the things, and you always go above and beyond. And then you realize that don't get reciprocated, and it happens way more often than it should. And you're just like, bro, people like, is this real life, dude? Are people really like this?
No, not the good ones.
But there's a lot of bad ones.
Yeah.
But that's what you learn. You filter that shit out, dude.
Yeah, and then
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it makes you stronger ultimately.
And that's why I don't smoke Delta 8.
That's why I don't do kratom, dog. Yeah, I think overall it makes you stronger and it makes you a better person. You start to figure out what it is you want, and then you move accordingly.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Cheers.
It's been a while since I hit one of these.
And that's the newer one too, with like the new 3D chamber and everything too.
Yeah.
Really enjoying them. We have these cool like Ryan Fit recycler tops too that they rip a lot. It's like airflow is insane.
Like,
on
easy
them.
to flip too?
Frank, that's yours. Gotta hope that was on camera.
Holy shit.
The water doesn't really stay.
I should have gave you the travel.
No, dude, he'll flip fucking like
rag.
full rigs, bro,
Yeah,
with
yeah.
like hot nails on.
Hot nails.
Yeah, he don't give a
I'll
fuck.
hit the nail up, I'll flip it, and then I'll catch it and then dab it.
1200 degrees, dog. Don't give a fuck.
Red means go.
This one's one of my favorites. I've definitely kind of had it in the head stash for a little bit. It's a Mac, but this version of it, the Mac they got and the way it translated flavor is unreal. It's got super nutty, almost like fatty taste, and the smoke is like thick and creamy, and really just kind of fills your mouth. It's all that Alien OG and Afghan in there.
Pause. Fools talk about nutty, creamy, filling your mouth. And
Yep.
Yeah, dog. Hey, I'm for it, bro.
Hey, I love Mac.
Big I love Mac in my mouth.
Mac and me, dog. Mac
that
and me.
It's like one of
lingers
those
on
things.
my tongue.
I didn't like when I first saw it came on the scene. I thought I was like, all right, cool, whatever. Like I didn't really get it. And then as I spent time with it, like it's got a very unique smell. It's very floral compared to a lot of weed, where everything is like not really gassy, and it has like a very flower smell to it.
Yeah, Mac became the popular one. It was like Mac replaced Gorilla Glue.
Yeah, straight up.
Because Gorilla Glue was like the hot thing, the GG4 or whatever. Don't sue me. The GG4 was like the hot thing, and then Mac came out. Mac 1 came out, and then that was like the hot thing.
Yeah, I loved
And
Gorilla
then like
Glue.
lemon cherry gelato and all the other bullshit
Yeah.
started coming out.
But
Runs
Gorilla
everything.
Glue was like, I just loved it. And then the original cookies.
I hate Gorilla Glue because people started growing GG4 and they stopped growing Bubba, because pre-98 Bubba was one of my favorite strains. It still is if you can find
to
it.
find.
The real exotic, because you can't find that shit anywhere. But pre-98 Bubba was around, and then GG4 was like popular, and then everyone stopped growing Bubba and started doing the GG4.
I
Is
like that.
GG4 still around?
Yeah, but a lot
Sure,
less. They
no
feed a
one
lot.
cares. It's like
yeah,
Blue
a lot
Dream
less.
now.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, wow.
It's like one of the old strains.
It's so weird because it's like Gorilla Glue is like, I run across it and I'm like, oh, that's great. Same thing with, I remember like
It was huge in 2010.
cookies,
like-
like original the
GSC.
cookie.
But that's just us being for the Bay too. Like
Yeah.
it was always everywhere.
Yeah.
Like always found Girl Scout cookies,
Yeah.
always found Gorilla Glue, always like Bruce Banner, like always available. Those are like my big three back
Yeah.
to back when I first started smoking.
Now everything that's available is fucking runts and
Lotto.
gelato.
Hella
and-
lotto.
Hell a lot of.
But I love that shit.
Yeah. I need green weed. Can we make green weed great again, dude? I'm trying to get green weed again. I need some OGs. Please start growing the OGs back. Look, shout out to all the growers. I don't know who the audience is, but if you got any growers here, look, I appreciate you guys. 1 plant, 1,000 plants, a warehouse, indoor, outdoor, basement. I don't care what you're growing. Without you, we wouldn't be here. So thank you. But please stop growing the purples. And can we get some like good land race weed back? Maybe some good green weed, some OGs. I know OGs are a bitch to grow and they're a little finicky and they don't yield as much. But come on, we know what the real gas is.
100%. I think one of my favorite green weeds, I mean, it's banana OG. Just that chalky banana sweet smell that's on there. And just the fat colas too you get off that. It was like my go-to. And it was like, from being from the Bay, it was like from Santa Cruz, it was like one of the first OGs that everyone was like, it's 25% THC. Or just weeds in general. So it was the shit back when I started smoking.
Someone had Skywalker OG, and
Love
I don't know
it.
if that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember having that and being like,
Stay tuned. It's
fuck
coming
Tons of
back.
hell
Is
yeah.
it?
There's a lot of like SFV is stellar. It's like a lot of those
818.
like super euphoric, like uplifting effects right off rip, and then they tank into this very
Whoa,
like sedative,
that's
like
super stoner.
what the fuck? But like they always start with this like, oh shit, we're smoking weed.
Sativas, yeah.
Yeah.
Jungle Boys had an SFV.
Yeah,
had
they like have always been really good about keeping around the LA classics for a long time and crossing all these OGs and like a lot of Dositos and stuff. But then I think even then they're starting to go the same thing where there's a lot of gelatos and shit now. A lot of Cushmans, bro. There's Cushmans in fucking
Everywhere,
everything now.
Everything's Cushman's.
And I love hate it.
I just had peanut butter Cushman's, which was kind of good.
Interesting, Dosito Cushmans, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's kind of gas. That sounds fire.
Yeah. I have some, I forgot to
You
bring
guys
that
want to
back.
leave? Should I? You want to sit over here real quick? Should I just go? Yeah.
But like I also miss like no one's growing sativas anymore too, and I know they're a lot longer to grow and they're a bitch, but like the terps on sativas, bro, like a nice sour diesel or a nice super silver haze, like
Oh yeah, sour diesel. I remember having sour diesel, and I mean, my cousins were the ones who was really
PF.
big. They were big stoners when I was like starting to smoke, so I smoked a lot of what they had. But yeah, I remember sour diesel was like, oh shit. That's
sour
a
diesel
train wreck.
headband. I mean, you're from the Bay, so headband,
Headband
707
outfit, yeah.
headband, like whoa.
OG Cushion, sour
Yeah.
diesel.
I remember the first time I
Gets you
smoked
feeling
headband. It was
I feel like you have a fucking headband on, bro.
Yeah,
It's a trip.
Sour OG was
someone
good.
told me that, and I was like, nah, and I did it, and I was like, oh my god.
It was that and like God's Gift was one of my favorites too.
Oh yeah.
It was like GDP and OG Kush or something like that, and that would just fucking put you straight down.
Hmm.
I miss like the purples that I do miss are the old school, like the Afghans, like the GDP, those super purple that aren't super psychoactive, but just fucking feel good, bro.
Yeah.
Like you feel like your shoulders kind of retract and like all that body pain kind of goes
Real
away.
floral and sweet and
Yeah, bro.
But the thing about purples that I like is the good purple weed is the weed that has purple in the name, but the weed's not purple. Like those are the good purple weeds. All these other weeds that are like super bright purple and have a dessert strain, like nah. But like the good purple strains that aren't purple, fire, dude, fire.
All right, we'll do one question, then we'll wrap up.
Hell yeah, bro. I want to hear about Spanish real quick, bro. How's the weed culture out in Spain?
Ooh.
Compared to like out here.
Spain was amazing. The culture out. So the way it works in Spain is there is private membership, like it's a club, but you have to be a member of the club. So you have to pay a membership fee to be it, and then you put money on your account, and then you go into the club, and then
Like
if you
fight
want
with
weed,
points or whatever.
yeah, you just every club's different. The way they have you access your money. Sometimes you just whatever app it is or however they do it. So you're a member. So if you live in, let's say, Barcelona, so you'd go pay a membership, like a monthly membership for these clubs, and then you would put your money, and then you would go in there and hang out, and you would get your weed and whatever. But being a tourist, they have a special guest rate. So you pay like your guest rate to go in, and you put your money on your thing. And the weed in there is everyone wants the California.
Really?
You want California? Everything says Cali, 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 Cali. And I'm like,
Wow.
bro, I
Little
came
blue
here for the
bag.
haze. I came here for the sativas. They're like, you want sativa? We got the gelato. We got the gelati. We got the Oreo. We got the biscotti. I'm like, no, I want the fucking haze. But I mean, the weed's good. They got rosin. They got hash. You know, they're able to have good price. A lot of PGR. A lot of weed out there with PGR is like plant growth regulators, like steroids for your plants.
Super
It just
dense bud.
makes them makes these nugs just become big and fake, just like KFC chicken. You know what I'm saying? Just plump them up.
Delicious to eat, not too good to smoke.
Yeah, and not too, yeah. And we don't know the effects that it has to
Over time.
combust. Like when you combust these chemicals,
You
like
don't know
what
what the long term is.
yeah, and the neurotoxins it might cause, bro. You don't know if this is leading to like Alzheimer's or motherfucking any of these other cannabis related things. Like what is that CHS that everyone's trying to
Yeah,
claim?
the thickness or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, they, I'm,
hypermesis or whatever.
yeah, I'm like, man, that's probably from all that bad edibles you're eating. That's fucking you up. All that neem. Oh, it's organic. It's neem oil. Yeah, well, have you ever eaten neem oil? What does it do to your body? But you don't know yet. But there's like so many things that are going on. But it was a great. They love the weed. They love California weed over there. They had some OGs. I bought it. Prices were comparable. It's all euros, so 16 to 20 euros a gram, 40 to 60 euros an eighth, 100, 140 euros a
That's not bad.
quarter.
Is it very much the old like club feeling too, as
Club,
opposed to like as like a,
big
this, like, a retail
jars.
dispensary? Yeah.
Ziploc bags,
Sick.
weigh it in front of you. They rip off the stems. I'm like, yes,
Fuck yeah.
give me the culture.
Oh.
I just released a video of me going there in Spain on my YouTube. I started vlogging again. So there's a little
Oh
breakdown
yeah.
of my.
Anything you want to plug?
Yeah,
Yeah, plug it away, dog.
I can plug whatever, dude.
Yeah.
AdamMill.com is what AdamMill.com is where it's at. But Twitch is I do daily streams on Twitch at twitch.tv/highest host. IG's whatever, dude. But I'm highest host Adam Mill on Instagram for now. I don't know how long it'll be. If this might get deleted. I don't know. But AdamMill.com for mostly everything. And check out my alcohol, dude. Don't smoke out of dirty glass, dude, and keep your pearls clean. I got that 99%. You be going and supporting them big fucking brands, dude, and getting no name for 70%, dog. Will support them locals, dude. You know what I'm saying? Support the small businesses, alcohol.
Hell yeah.
And maybe you can get in your favorite dispensary too. What?
Thank you for coming. I don't think Middle Bush is gonna watch this, so we should be fine. Give it up for JP. Thank you so much. Thank you, Third
Thanks,
Wheel.
guys.
Have a good one, guys.
Yeah, get higher, dude.